Yes, I just wanted to jump right into it. Well, let me first say, I hope everybody is doing well. It's been a long day for me and I'm just like tired. My contacts are bothering me right now because they've been in all day. So yeah, I'm ready to take these out, but just wanted to do a quick video and just talk about my experience so far with living on my own. So for those, well, I don't know if I ever shared, but I moved out of my mom's house last October, so that's October of 2025. And I can't believe how fast time is moving because it's already May. And it's like, wow, time, like it's been, let me see, it's been, I can't remember. Well, this month definitely, like I think like in the next week actually will be 7 months. Yep, next week will be 7 months. So it's been a very interesting experience. I moved out when I was, well, currently, yeah. No, did I move out? Yes, I moved out 4 days before I turned 29. So I moved out when I was 28. And then now I'm 29. And so by October, I'll be 30. So I moved out around the same time of my birthday. So it's crazy how that happened. Like I moved out and then, yeah, so it's been an interesting experience. So the fact that so it's been basically about 7 months since I moved out from my mom's house. And all I can say is definitely, like, 'cause I want to give some tips on, well, first let me give my experience. So moving out, it was actually a breeze a little bit because I was already saving. I can't exactly remember how much I had saved, but it was a nice stack of money because I had to pay for a mover. And if you are, I guess, like in the Charlotte or Concord area, I know of a good moving company. It's actually my brother, my twin brother actually. I'll put his name in the video of the moving company. It's called Epic Movers, and he does out of state moves. You know, if you're moving into North Carolina, he does that. So he will travel to you, and they're very quick, efficient. Now, mind you, he only moved like my bedroom. So I didn't really have no furniture but my bed, my desk for work. So it really wasn't, and like my computer stuff and all that because I work from home. So yeah, he didn't have to move a lot. So it took less time than what he kind of like allotted for me. The time that he had for me, it took less time, but he very reasonable. Of course, with moving, you're gonna pay, but you're paying for quality. And he also specializes in, unboxing for you and organizing. So if you are like in the Charlotte and surrounding areas or out of state, whatever, I'll insert his name, his information. He has social media. And so, he does a really good job. He's been doing this for some time now. Very professional, very professional. And like I said, quick, efficient, depending on like the move, because moving a room versus moving a house is so different, So, but now that I've been so I have a 1-bedroom apartment. Now that I've been in my apartment, of course I've accumulated some things that I bought some furniture pieces. Some things have been gifted to me, and so because this is my first place, so yeah, and excuse the barking. It's a dog next door and the dog is just so loud. But yeah, so it's been a nice experience. So like I said, the move was good. So what I would say is, of course, save as much as you possibly can. And I'm pretty sure that goes without saying, basically, because you're gonna be spending a lot. You're gonna be making deposits on like utilities so you can start that up and put in your name and, just different things. And I'm speaking for a first time mover on my own. So I can't speak for those who have been doing this for years, So this is pretty much for those who are thinking about moving out, who may have already moved out. So yeah, definitely save. If you can afford a mover, get one. But if not, it's okay to just like ask your friends or family, because I almost was just about to like do it myself. But of course I needed somebody with like a truck to move my bed and other like larger items. So, I had to make it work what I had. What can I say? Yes, this economy is really ghetto. So, sometimes things can be a little bit like more tight. Like you're gonna have to allocate your money properly, pay for what you need to get, like groceries, and of course make sure you pay your rent, make sure you're paying your light bill, your water bill, or whatever, because some apartments have utilities included, so it might be different, but just make sure you keep up to date with your bills and don't be irresponsible in that department, because you just want to be responsible. You want to be responsible in those areas, and make sure you can continue to save, because whenever you decide to move again, like, I don't think I will be staying here for after my lease is up, so I'm already in my head looking at, like, trying to gather my money and think about looking at other places that I see when I'm out, and just like keeping that in mind so that I can make a note of it, because like I'm gonna say like by September, well really during the summer I need to be looking, but like by September, October, I need to lock in on a new place, because my lease will be up in the next few months after that. So there's that. But also too, I thought that it would be like a really different experience, but see, I was already paying bills when I was at home, so it really wasn't a change. It's just that now everything is on me, so there's that. But yeah, it really wasn't that bad. Just be responsible, save, plan, organize, and if when you want to move, just start packing up. Like, I didn't wait till the last minute to pack. I was kind of packing up stuff, because while I'm packing up, I'm also having to still work and stuff like that. So pack as you go, so you don't put too much pressure on yourself. What else can I say? Stick to a budget while you are on your own, because that's going to be everything for you, so that you can get acclimated to living on your own. And if you're not used to paying bills, I would suggest you try to get, maybe start paying some bills at home, just so you can get a feel of what it's going to feel like, because the bills come first. Everything else comes second. So I still, hang out and do things, go out to eat and do things, but I make sure that rent is paid. I try to make sure it's paid before the first, but if not by the first, make sure it's paid. I'm trying to think of what else. It's not that bad. I mean, I'm a single woman, so sometimes it can be a little bit, like, I don't want to say, like, I guess you could say scary, nerve-wracking, but if you just stay alert, make sure your doors are locked. I have those little things at the door, like the door stopper, like for security. I'll probably insert a picture, but I'm pretty sure I know what I'm talking about. Like, you put it by, so I have my main door, and then I have a door in my bedroom that stays locked. So, and it goes out to like the backyard area, or like I guess what you would call a patio, like the patio. So I make sure that's locked. I make sure everything, before I go to sleep, I make sure everything's locked. There are essentials that you probably need to get that I still don't have. So I have those two, like, security things, like for my doors, but I don't have a Ring doorbell. I kind of want to put a camera in my place, just so, like, cause maintenance comes through when you might not be home. So I just want to take extra measures in that regard. But just, look at your surroundings and just stay alert, stay vigilant. You'll be fine. That's all I can really say, because I know this world is chaotic, but you just move with purpose and you should be fine. But what else? I'm trying to think. So we already talked about saving, budgeting. Make sure you stick to like your grocery list. Don't really deviate from that. And for me, I would say it's like on a scale of like 1 to 10, I think it's about, like, with 1 being the hardest and 10 being like the best, I guess you could say. It's about an 8 for me when I go grocery shopping, because it's not really hard to pick items. Like, I usually end up getting like some produce, like, fruits or vegetables, like maybe like 2 different packs of meat. Usually that consists of like ground turkey or some chicken, and just like staple items like tuna, the chicken chunk breast in the can, some black beans. Like, I typically buy the same stuff when I go shopping. So my bill, it could range. It could probably range from like 150 to 200, like maybe every other week, but sometimes I might go the next week. So let's just add another like $40 to $50 to that 150 to 200. You know what I'm saying? So in the month, you probably end up paying like maybe like for something. It just depends on how you eat. Some people eat less, some people eat more. I'm trying to like cut out certain things, eat healthier. So, when you start eating healthier, sometimes that can be a little expensive when you want certain products, but that's another story. But yeah, just stick to a budget. Don't deviate from that. And yeah, my experience has been well. I feel like I adapted quickly. I can't really complain. It's been a nice journey. I've learned a lot about myself, and yeah, you can do it. you just got to take that leap. And for the longest, wasn't I wasn't going to move out for the longest, but I had to push myself to take that leap because I wanted to experience what it felt like to be on my own. And I can honestly say that I don't want to go back. You know, I know this, like I said, the economy is bad and you never know when you might have to go back. But for right now, I'm pretty good, and I'm acclimated to like paying my own bills, and you know, we'll see where else my journey takes me. But for right now, it's been a decent journey and I'm happy with where I am, and I just look forward to what's to come. But yep, just some takeaways because I'm about to close out because my eyes are like really irritating me. But just make sure you save, you stick to a budget, plan accordingly. If you haven't already started paying bills, start paying some bills. Make sure you get a Ring doorbell, have like security measures for your apartment, especially if you're a single woman, and just stay vigilant, stay alert, and make sure that rent is paid by the first if you can, or beforehand if you can. So that's just some takeaways. And if you have any questions that you want to ask, please put that in the comments below. And I hope this helps someone who is a first time move out or already moved out and just want to get more insight on it of being on your own for the first time. Please leave a comment down below, and I hope you all take care and enjoy the rest of your day, and stay tuned for my next video.